You're watching today's video technical update presented by FX Times. It is Friday, June 11th, 2010. I'm Fan Yang, your technical analyst, and I'll go over some developments in the Forex markets. Today, I'll compare some of the Japanese yen crosses. In general, risk appetite this week caused many pairs to gain against the yen. However, this sentiment stalled on Friday, especially for the sterling. Commodity currencies such as the Canadian dollar and the Australian dollar, however, appear to be holding these gains better at the end of the week. And finally, the dollar-yen pair continues to be in ranging action with some intermediate-term bearish bias. This video is being produced at about 2:45 p.m. Eastern Time near the close of this week's trading. Here's a look at the euro-yen pair daily time frame, and you see the market continues to be supported just around the 109 area, but this week we saw a little bounce. However, this is still within this bearish context, and also we have a we do have a divergence here, but it may develop into a negative reversal, hinting at a continuation of this decline, possibly to somewhere like 101.50. So still a very bearish mode unless the market can break above this resistance here, and that's around 103, 104, 103.75, 104 area. Also, if the RSI can go above 50, and if it could go above 60, that would be a good sign that the market has turned bullish. But right now the euro yen is very bearish. All signs point lower. Here's a 4-hour time frame. Once again, here, even in the 4-hour time frame, we see the market mainly stay below 60. Now the RSI mainly stay below 60, so that's still a very bearish sign, very bearish momentum in this pair. And you see this right now testing a moving average here, 50%, 61.8% retracement. So we may see topping action, but what we could do is to set up some kind of support here. If the market breaks this, it could come down to 108, but this is already at like 109, so not a lot of room to move within this consolidation. I would just wait for it to break below 108 or break above 111 here. If it breaks above 111, it should go towards 104. If it breaks below, there's a longer time frame, but it may eventually go lower to 101.50. So if it breaks below 108, that's the target, and that's the euro yen pair. Here's a look at the pound-yen pair, and actually I'm going to switch right away to the 4-hour time frame so you can see this week's rally here. And this Friday action paused the rally, and an equally sharp decline is developing. So back to the daily. Basically, we see a wide consolidation here. This is still 4-hour. Okay, so daily, we see this consolidation here. We may have a Gartley forming. We don't know yet. The candlestick action shows this is a good projection. However, we are still below this declining trend line. So if this trend line, this resistance line breaks, then the market may head towards 140. However, there's a lot of bearish momentum at the moment. Here you have your RSI give us a negative reversal, and then the RSI couldn't make another high anymore. So there might be, instead of coming back up here for a Gartley to complete, we may be pressured to complete this consolidation, near this low in the middle of this channel. Okay, so you see this channel, and the market's been kind of going like this, so it may stay in the middle of the channel until the resistance catches up, kind of like here. But at the moment we come down to the 4-hour time frame, testing this 133 area, testing this rising support. If that breaks, it could go to 131. However, we may be in a more complex C wave. You see A, B, C, so we may just be at the beginning of the second leg of our correction. Just to look at the internals in the 15-minute time frame, we see that today's decline is now caught in this triangle and maybe breaking up. So we may have this A, B, C kind of action occur to start next week. Switching to the Aussie yen pair, the Aussie dollar is a commodity related currency. We see that this week we have this climb, and it's holding it so far, unlike the pound yen where we saw a drop. So here so far today we are seeing a doji at the moment, but here's a projection of this Gartley to the 50% or 80 area. So Aussie yen is looking at 80 area. The current momentum shows this is possible. However, you see here the RSI is high, it has a higher high, but price hasn't yet. So if it tops off, then then it's more likely that the market is stopped here below 79, and then a retest of this 73 area may follow. 4-hour time frame. In this time frame, we may be, we're seeing a correction, a consolidation right now. So just continue to follow it. There's a lot of twists and turns in this consolidation. But what I can say is that at the end of the week, the commodity-related currencies are holding their gains against the yen a lot better than the euro and the pound. Here's another pair here, the Canadian dollar pair. You see also here Friday, all pairs are declining against the yen, but in the Canadian dollar we have some strength, although not as much as Aussie dollar. You see Aussie dollar actually made a new high the previous 4-hour candle. Here we're pretty much testing this previous high, and this current 4-hour candle looks like may close strong, but it's still 15 more minutes to this hour's close. So Canadian dollar, Aussie dollar are still strong. So next week we may see continuing strength of these currencies. Let's see, in the yen. So actually, yes, if we continue to see these strengths in the Aussie yen, Canadian dollar yen, we may consider, looking back at the pound yen here. This is 15 minutes, so let's go back to 4-hour time frame, for example. We may see another bounce. Actually, let me go to the 1-hour time frame. Okay, so this is a better one here. See, in the 1-hour time frame, we're seeing this bullish or positive reversal signal. So right now we may be supported above this 50% retracement of this action. Okay, so today's bearish action may only be a correction, maybe B, C, and then bounce, or it may already have been in A, B, sort of create a consolidation here before bouncing. Okay, so that's so if that would be confirmed, that action is more probable if you see that the Aussie and the Canadian dollar is also makes new highs. That would suggest that the pound yen might also rebound, at least to test this previous high here at 135. Okay, so that's it. Okay, next pair is the dollar yen. Here's the dollar yen. Not too much to say about it, except it's in this ranging action, and right now it's in the middle of the range between 95 and 88. You see it's trading at around 91.60. There is some short-term negative or bearish bias. We see a negative reversal here, but here in the more near term we do see some bullish attempt as well, the momentum, and you see this got these candlesticks here followed by today's stronger bullish attempt. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, we're still within this very narrow 100 pip range between 91 and 92. So there's like so little volatility at the moment. So these two currencies are really have the same dynamics relative to the risk sentiment, and so they're working sideways. But we do see negative reversal here and possibly negative reversal here, so we do have some bearish bias within this channel. Okay, so maybe next week we'll see a decline towards 89. Okay, and then if it comes down and breaks below this 200 moving average in the daily, we could see that continue lower to 88.30. And that wraps it up for this week. Visit fxtimes.com for more analysis updates, my trading journal, and live events. Once again, I'm Fan Yang, your technical analyst here at FX Times, wishing you a great weekend.